What's up, my dudes? Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a most excellent day today. So unless you guys been living under a rock, you're probably aware that Republicans don't really like furries. They are having a full-on panic attack about the idea of furries even existing. And they've all fallen for the same bullshit rumour that furries are having litter boxes installed in toilets in schools, which, as we all know, is utter bollocks. It's not happening. The litter boxes referred to is actually part of an emergency drill that some schools do, so that if they go into lockdown for a school shooter, because America, they have litter boxes available for kids to pee in while they're locked in a room, keeping away from the gunman. It's nothing to do with furries, but somehow this has gotten twisted into being some sort of furry bullshit. Anyway, I'm going off a tangent here. What I want to talk to you guys about today is the fact that two separate states in America are now trying to pass legislation outlawing furries in their schools, and it's utter bollocks, and we all know it's actually part of a grander Republican plot to limit transgender students' rights. It's all like built into that. But that's a different story for a different video. But shout out to my man Ithiaca, one of my patrons, who actually told me about what's going on and linked me to one of these bills, and then I actually discovered the other by accident while browsing Twitter. And we're going to go through them today and see exactly what's being said. So the first one we're going to look at is the Oklahoma bill, and it's clear from the get-go that these people have no clue what furries are. It's like they just threw furries at Google and took the result and said, let's ban that. Yeah, that'll do, we'll ban that. And that's because their bill that they're trying to push through specifically bans anthropomorphic behaviour, as if anthropomorphic behaviour is specific to furries. Now, let's go have a look at the definition of anthropomorphic. And we'll see that there's two definitions to go with it. It's having human features for one definition, or assigning human characteristics to an animal, object, or god. So I'm guessing in the broader scheme of things, Thomas the Tank Engine would trigger this law, since it's a train with a human face on it, a human feature. How about the Na'vi from Avatar? I mean, they're technically animals with human features. Or how about one of the Republicans' favourite things, Jesus? Technically a god with human characteristics. I guess he's banned in schools now if this bill goes through. Hell, even the kid playing the donkey in the nativity play is now banned. Not allowed. Illegal. Completely banned because it's an animal. But it's anthropomorphic. Oh my god. So that poor kid who was so bad at acting in school that all they got given was one line as a donkey. Nope, you're a furry now. Illegal. So heads up, Oklahoma, you're no longer allowed to have human characteristics and work in a school at all. Banned completely. No school teachers. They're an object with human characteristics. Stay out of our schools. This is the absurdity of this proposed bill. It's like they just took a word, not had any clue what it covers, and said, let's ban it. Because it's typical Republican reactionary bollocks. And while Oklahoma, they're introducing it as a separate bill and not as part of an overarching plot, North Dakota have included their furry ban in an actual anti-transgender legislation they're trying to pass. So they're not even trying to cover the fact this is part of an overarching scheme. And this bill is being proposed by Senators Dick, Timmons, Christensen, and Van Winkle. I mean, are you guys being serious? Like, Senators Dick and Van Winkle are in on it. Come on, guys, those are the most ridiculous names I've ever heard trying to pass a bill. Are you guys serious? Dick Van Winkle is trying to pass an anti-transgender bill. What? You're having a laugh. But anyway, alongside them trying to ban any school support for transgender students whatsoever, including banning teachers from using a student's preferred pronouns, they're leaning hard into the anti-furry bullshit by saying that schools cannot allow, they have to ban any furry after-school clubs, any support for furries, any teachers who are like giving anything furry related out to their class. But the problem with this bill is that they've defined furries as such a broad thing without actually, going into detail, without specifically defining what a furry is, that they've pretty much just banned anything with animals. I mean, like, if your school wants to put on a performance of cats, nope, banned, game over, not allowed. Or is it allowed? Because as we know, with really broadly defined legislation that has no specific definition of what it's banning, there are banks of lawyers out there who'll be like, well, this is allowed because of this loophole, and that's allowed because of this legislation, and essentially it's so broad it's going to be completely ineffective and have no defined effect on the law, because it's bollocks. It's just words on a piece of paper that any lawyer with half a wit can get around in a heartbeat. I mean, here in the UK, we actually have case law defining the difference between a cake and a biscuit, because of course it's to do with taxes and bollocks like that. But the fact that we have to go into this level of definition shows the lengths that lawyers will go to get around a definition. Now imagine this vague ass anti-furry bill that they're trying to pass. With no clear definition, lawyers will run circles around it. There's no point of having it. So we've got one state trying to ban Thomas the Tank Engine, and another state who doesn't really know what it's trying to ban. But the fact that this even is being proposed is what I find absolutely ridiculous. The fact that grown-ass men, senators in the US government, the people who are supposed to be leading your country, fell for the Republican Furry Panic bollocks. That's what gets me. It's like, guys, what the hell? How can you guys claim to be like a lead in the world when your own leaders fall for this bollocks, are duped by an internet joke? You know, rumours. They're following the rumour mill and acting on the rumour mill as if it's actual fact. It's what the hell, my dudes? You know, if you were a Republican senator and you're watching this vid, and I thoroughly encourage all of my viewers to go tag a Republican senator in this video, please go nuts. If you're a Republican senator and you've fallen for the furry panic and you're watching this vid, get a fucking grip, you turnip. The cat litter bollocks you guys are falling for doesn't exist. It's nothing to do with furries. Your misconception on what furries are doesn't exist. It's utter bollocks. Somebody out there is blowing hot air up your ass and you guys are falling for it. What the hell, dudes? How can you call yourself an intelligent human being and fall for rumours like this? And to the general public that may stumble across this video and wonder what the hell's going on, or, you know, have been suckered in by these whack jobs and their bullshit, please stop listening to the pundits and the Republican nutters who are spreading this bullshit. Stop listening to Cheryl down the local church, who has heard from their cousin, who's heard from their school teacher's board's janitor that furries are somehow bad. You know, go talk to an actual furry on Twitter, or, you know, if you see a furry, go chat with them. Find out for yourself. Learn about furries from furries instead of listening to utter buffoons who've got no fucking clue about what furries really are. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, leave in your comments down below your opinion on the furry panic and what the hell's going on. If you want to support me in making more most excellent videos, please consider joining my Patreon. You'll be seeing the names of all my patrons appearing on the screen right now. Also swing by the Discord, come chill with us, come chat with us. There's some most excellent furries and non-furries alike in there, just kind of chilling, ready to chat. Other than that though, I hope you guys have a most excellent day, an amazing weekend, and I will see you guys in the next video, okay? Take care, ta-ra!